In today's rapidly evolving tech landscape, staying ahead of the curve is not just a matter of staying competitive. It feels like, well, it's a matter of survival. As we look towards 2024, it's crucial we identify and understand the tech trends that will shape the future of our businesses, of our careers, and our lives. But before we explore the 4 key trends that are set to, well, revolutionize the way we work and live in the coming years, let's take a moment to reflect on how tech trends have evolved over time. I mean, the best way to look ahead is to look in the past. All right, now that we've taken a look back at history, let's look ahead at what's to come, not only for the rest of the year, but years up. Yes, she's totally right. We need to focus right now on the history of tech trends. Throughout history, tech advancements have driven societal and economic changes. I mean, in the early 20th century, the rise of mass production and the assembly line revolutionized manufacturing, leading to increased efficiency and lower costs. Fast forward to the 1970s and 80s, and we saw the emergence of personal computers, which was really incredible, which democratized access to tech and really paved the way for the digital age. Fast forward a few more years, we're in the 90s and early 2000s now. And the internet exploded onto the scene. That would have never been connected otherwise. Businesses across the globe grew, and it gave way to these new industries that didn't exist before, and also to new ways of working. The advent of mobile devices and social media in the late 2000s and early 2010s further transformed the way we communicate and consume information. Now let's go to today. Today, we stand on the brink of what honestly feels like this new era, this new tech innovation that has been occurring with AI. Driven of course by AI, machine learning, and automation. And these technologies are already beginning to reshape industries and redefine what is possible. Their impact will only continue to grow in the years to come. And that is why it is so important to really understand these tech trends. All right, let's get into it. All right, now that we've taken some time to look back in history to understand where the trends have evolved, how tech has evolved, we can now confidently look forward. And not only just for the rest of this year, but years to come. Now, trend number 1, and I know this is gonna hurt some of your ears, is AI code generation tools. Now, hear me out. These powerful tools are already automating tedious coding tasks. They are promising to boost efficiency and productivity like never before. Not only are they promising that, we are seeing it happen in action. But here's the problem. Despite the potential of these tools and where they are headed, almost 75% of businesses and employers are still considering bans on different AI tools like ChatGPT. So in this scenario then, why is it so important to stay ahead of tech trends like AI code generation if so many companies are still not picking it up? Well, for starters, these tools have the power to dramatically, I don't even know where to start, increase efficiency and productivity, and also giving you as an early adopter a significant advantage over other competitors. Check the stat out. An analysis of reviews in G2's AI chatbots category revealed that software developers make up the largest group of reviewers, which back in 2023 accounted for over 25%. And this really suggests that developers are already experiencing productivity boosts firsthand and are unlikely to give them up. And yes, although some of these tools maybe are seen as not widely adopted yet, or companies are a little bit hesitant, they aren't going anywhere. They're getting increasingly better. So being an early adopter and starting to use these tools, whether you are a coder or whether you are on the business side, but just getting familiar with them, will become absolutely essential. And this is a trend that is not going anywhere. Based on the data, based on what we just spoke about, it's going to continue to increase. All right, let's dive into some more security aspects. One of the biggest areas, take trends out of the equation for a sec here. One of the biggest areas, if you are looking to grow your career in tech or have a very stable career, is within cybersecurity. Let me explain why. Economic factors and increasingly innovative threat actor tactics are driving optimization and consolidation of security investments in 2024. Companies are pouring money into security. Not to mention the ROI on security. It's something that companies feel very confident with. They can see. It's a critical metric for businesses and organizations. Now, where does looking ahead with trends in security, what does that really look like? This is really interesting, especially if we want to take AI into the mix here. A lot of companies, what they are doing is consolidating multiple security solutions into a single AI-driven platform. So users then can benefit from a unified approach to threat detection and prevention. Maybe your cybersecurity team can use one or two platforms over having to use so many different tools. I think that's a trend overall, is consolidating different tooling into bigger systems. And this allows for security teams to monitor, manage, and have different security aspects all from a single dashboard. This is really important in my opinion. I mean, tech is changing faster than it ever has. It's evolving, it's growing, especially because of Gen AI. So having people who are willing to grow and learn on the security side is continuing to trend, and that is where the companies will continue to put money into. They need security. There is nothing more important than security. All right, tech trend number 3. This is super interesting, and it was one of you who actually shared this with me, this prediction with me a while back, and I was doing a lot of reading and research for this video, and it kept on coming up, and I can't remember who it was, but shout out to the person who got this next one right, which is generative AI in AI ops. So this third trend focuses on the integration of generative AI in AI ops software. So what does this mean? Well, AI ops combines the power of artificial intelligence and machine learning with the intricate demands of IT infrastructure to optimize, enhance, and streamline IT operations. DevOps, now we have AI ops. Okay, but however, here's the thing. AI ops comes with its own challenges. I mean, the need for user-friendly interfaces and learning how to use this new software. In 2024, this year, at least 80% of AI ops providers will use generative AI to reduce the difficult learning curve for these technologies. And I mean, these features can include tailored tutorials, practice environments, on-demand assistance, actionable feedback. They are doing everything in their power to get developers, business people comfortable with using their AI ops tools. And this is a big deal because by integrating Gen AI capabilities with DevOps tooling, the onboarding process for AI ops becomes obviously quicker, but then more people are able to get into this industry. And I think this mix of using AI now in DevOps is going to really, I don't even know what the word, how we would, I was gonna use the word revolutionize, but maybe that seems too strong, but really impact our workflows and what roles are needed within DevOps. A lot of these AI ops, I think, will kind of force DevOps to shift a little bit slightly in different ways. Obviously not taking jobs, but just shifting it. It's very interesting. AI ops, coming in at number 3. Okay, for my last tech trend, this is a few small tech trends that are solely just my opinion and thoughts. I thought I would share some. The other 3 were heavily researched, data-backed tech trends, but for this one I thought, you know what? Let's just do some fun ones. I'm gonna share with you some of my predictions for tech trends that are already occurring, obviously, but will continue to be trending. And I wanna hear in the comments if you agree with me, disagree. There's no right or wrong. These are just my candid thoughts. The first one is we will see more AI-based computer systems. So we recently heard the announcement of Microsoft's new Copilot AI PC, and that is set to launch in June. I think that will really start this whole competitive nature with integrating more AI into the base of these different computers. I think Apple will do something similar. I think it's going to really follow suit for a lot of these companies. And I think that so because it's really interesting. I was at Microsoft Build actually, and they were demoing this. And it's really interesting. They were playing a video game on this PC, and you can literally just talk to the computer and it will help guide you while you are playing this video game now. And you know, you're using Copilot to do so. And I was thinking, this is perfect for a pair programmer now. I mean, gone are the days where you have to go on Zoom and actually pair program with a human. It's kind of wild. So AI integrating into, especially a lot of the big tech companies' systems, I think will become absolutely key. The other thing I think we're going to see that's not trending yet, but I do think will be trending very soon, is paying for parts of the internet. Now, here's what I mean by that. We see that AI is now generating so much content, which is great. But I don't know about you, oftentimes I go to a website, I see an image, and I often think, is that real? My thoughts always now are, is that real? It's not so much more, oh, that's really interesting, oh, that's really cool, but rather, is that real or is that AI generated? I think in the future, we will see a world where we have a paid version of the internet, which the goal being to maybe hold more of the source of truth. And I use that word truth lightly because, I mean, it's the internet, but doesn't have AI generated content on it as much. I don't know how that would work, but there has to be some kind of solution to this problem, because right now we are seeing so much content that is AI generated, and it's causing us to not believe, well, anything. And it's good to be on guard, but where is the line? Something with a paid system for the internet, I believe, will be a prediction or a trend in the future. I think those are my two biggest ones. AI integrated into a lot more hardware, well, software on hardware, and also to two versions of the internet. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Do you agree with me, disagree? Once again, no right or wrong. Also, I left down the next 4 video options that I want to create based on what you want to see. So go leave down in the comments your vote for what topic you want me to cover next. Okay, so I mean, as we've seen, tech trends have evolved rapidly over the past century. I mean, back to the beginning of this video where we were talking about looking back in history as to a lot of these big, innovative, historical moments. I mean, from the rise of mass production to the emergence of the internet, and mobile devices. Today, we stand truly on the brink of an era of innovation driven by advancements in AI, machine learning, and automation. Now, as we continue to look forward into 2024, 2025, and onwards, it's clear that these 4 trends that we have discussed, AI code generation tools, security investments, the integration of Gen AI in AI ops software, or DevOps, and the role of machine learning in centralized data security management. These areas are some that I really wanted to highlight as key trends moving forward because they're not as commonly spoken about, but they are really, under the current, making big waves. Under the current, is that a thing? They're coming up quickly and quietly though. So these are really important to keep an eye on, keep an interest to, because they will affect both you and I in our day-to-day jobs, our day-to-day lives, and so forth. Now, to stay ahead of the curve, it's essential we don't just understand these trends, but also to take steps to incorporate them into our own strategies, into our own learning processes. And I mean, by doing so, we can unlock new levels of efficiency. That sounds kind of cheesy, but it's really true. All right, I need to end this on a positive note of let's embrace the future together. I'm curious to hear what technologies are you most excited about. Leave down in the comments what tech trends in particular are you most excited about looking forward. I mean, obviously AI is huge, but there's so much more to it than that I really wanted to cover in today's video. All right, hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna go get more coffee. Maybe I don't need more coffee. I'm gonna go get more coffee. Thanks everyone, bye.